Okay, we've seen quite a few movies about artificial intelligence characters, so now here's Neill Blomkamp's take on it. Chappie! So Chappie is our third film that is brought to us by director Neill Blomkamp. He brought us the films District 9 and Elysium. I haven't seen District 9 yet, but I have seen Elysium, and I only thought it was okay. For this film, I heard a few mixed reactions, so I walked into the theater not really knowing what to expect. And I gotta say, I thought this movie was alright. So the movie is set in the near future, and it's about this robot who is built and designed to have the consciousness of a human being. I will say that I loved the character of Chappie. Watching him basically being raised by these criminals to grow up in the world was actually pretty entertaining to watch, because he's a learning robot and he learns about the world through adaptation. He's pretty much copying everything that these gangster characters do, and that actually interested me quite a bit. Learning to talk like them and behave like them. Charlotte Copley did a very good job in the role. I know Neill Blomkamp likes him a lot. He's been in all of his movies so far. As for the human actors, there were some that I did like and some that I didn't really like. I liked Dev Patel in this movie. He plays Dion, the scientist who pretty much created Chappie's artificial intelligence. Acting-wise, he was alright. He was a good character. I empathized with him a lot. I also like Sigourney Weaver. She's always great in these sci-fi movies. And those were the characters that I did like. The other actors in this movie... Hugh Jackman in this movie was just laughable. I don't get it. He's awesome in everything else I've seen him in. In this movie, he's just kinda angry the whole time. He's like, "Grr, my robot is better than Chappie and I want to prove it." That's just all he is. He was almost a cartoon. It made me laugh. I don't know if that was intentional, but it wasn't good. Also, the gangster characters, they were pretty much cartoons as well. I did like Yolandi though. She was like the moral guiding star for Chappie, and I liked how they interacted with each other. That was cool. But the other gangster characters, I didn't like too much. Just the acting wasn't that good in my opinion. However, what I really liked about this movie is that it does get you thinking. I was talking about this with my friend after the movie. Chappie learned through adaptation and mimicking other people. And that is pretty much how we humans are as well. Think about it. Everything we know, how we behave and how we act, was pretty much taught to us and shown to us by external sources. We are the makeup of tiny traits of every person we've ever encountered. That's pretty cool when you think about it. This movie touches on that, and it does it very well. And visually, this movie was great. Movies like this really put me in awe of how far CGI has come in the last decade. When I see Chappie in this movie, I believe that that is a real robot and it is really interacting with the humans. It's unbelievable and it's awesome. So Chappie had some good morals, some good acting, some bad acting. The story was pretty good for the most part. There were some small pacing issues I felt, but they were really only minor setbacks. I never got bored. It was visually great and it gets you thinking, and that is no bad thing. So I will say, go see this movie while it's in theaters. I know I've been giving that rating out a lot these days, but what can I say? These movies are pretty good. And the score to this movie was written by Hans Zimmer, so automatically you know that it's going to be a great score. I know this movie's been getting a lot of mixed reactions, so I want to know, what did you think of this movie? Whatever you thought, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.